Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Thanks for clicking on the video. I've got another Last of Us video for you today. There's been some details revealed regarding the relationship between Bill and Frank on the HBO series. A lot of the details between Bill and Frank's relationship in the video game is actually completely missable. So it's exciting for me to see that they've decided to give us more insight into their relationship in the HBO show. Naughty Dog has kind of proven over the years they like to be as inclusive and as accessible as possible, right? Especially when it comes to like LGBTQ and that kind of stuff, right? Like we had Lev in The Last of Us Part 2. So for them to have this opportunity here to dive into like this homosexual relationship between Bill and Frank, it's probably quite exciting for them because again, it's something that you don't often see done the right way in like the zombie apocalypse world. It's often kind of cheesy or just not as authentic as it could be. Obviously, this episode between Bill and Frank is going to contain a lot of original content, right? Because the relationship isn't dived into at all really in the video game. And with a lot of original content comes a lot of hate, I would imagine, and that's what they kind of touched on in these tweets here. You know, while a lot of people are going to love this episode, a lot of people are going to hate it too for the same reason, I'd imagine, as some people didn't like the whole dynamic with Lev in The Last of Us Part 2. They felt like the whole trans storyline was kind of pushed too much. Some people felt as though it wasn't necessarily needed within the storyline, even though I felt like, you know, the way they handled that dynamic of Lev in the storyline was handled perfectly and it was very authentic and true. They didn't like put too much shine on it. It just kind of was what it was, right? And I imagine they're going to do something similar with Bill and Frank, right? Like they're not going to go over the top, not going to be cheesy. They're going to make it seem as authentic as possible, right? The fact that this is going to be an episode actually really does excite me because I always wanted more from Bill and Frank in the video game, right? Like when you find Frank's body and you find the note he left for Bill, which again is completely missable in the game. It's just something that like, I don't know, it pulls on your heartstrings a lot because Bill, although he is kind of wacky, he is a very likable character for some reason. So you want the best for him. And it seems as though, you know, him and Frank had some tough times and I'm just excited to see how that looks on HBO. Something I think I'm most looking forward to regarding this episode between Bill and Frank is the headspace that Frank found himself in towards the end. Obviously, we've all played the video game, we all know how it ends for Frank, right? It's not a pretty ending at all, but it will be interesting to see why he made that decision. And obviously this is just something that really intrigues me because we didn't get that insight in the game. As for now though, this is the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more Last of Us content. I'll have way more Last of Us videos on the way, especially from January 15th onward when they start to drop these episodes. We'll be reviewing them week by week. Also, if you have any thoughts and opinions on the new information that's come out this week, please leave a comment down below and I'd love to get back to you when I have the time. Thanks guys.